In its April 2014 edition, Forbes Africa magazine's cover article featured a man they called Uganda's richest man, also Africa's 27th wealthiest person, worth $1.1 billion and personal net worth of $800 million. With the unfolding scandal of alleged fraud and a massive illegal siphoning of depositors' cash to dizzying amounts, Forbes does not have to apologize for projecting Sudhir Ruparelia on its prestigious cover. After all, the story was not about how honestly he had accumulated the money, but that he had the money. Born 62 years ago in Kasese, Sudhir migrated to the UK in 1972 with his family following the expulsion of Asians by President Idi Amin, who accused them of exploiting the country while taking their wealth outside. 45 years later, Bank of Uganda is making worse accusations against Sudhir, who returned to Uganda in 1985 and engaged in merchandise trade of soft and alcoholic drinks. When foreign exchange trade was liberalized in the early 90s, Sudhir was the first to set up a forex bureau in Uganda, Crane Forex Bureau. However, Sudhir was soon arrested for attempting to smuggle $1 million cash out of the country, yet the law only allowed $100,000. Following the operation, which was done by Internal Security Director Jim Mwezi, Sudhir was incarcerated in Luzira prison for a year. After emerging from Luzira, Sudhir started rebuilding his business networks, went into property, insurance, and finally banking, setting up Crane Bank. Over the years, Sudhir appeared unstoppable as his empire, now called the Ruparelia Group, grew and Crane Bank opened branches countrywide. He even took over one of the oldest private primary schools in the city, Kampala Parents, which was founded by veteran educationist Edward Kasole Bwerere. The media referred to him as a property mogul. Many people, like Kasole, who borrowed from him and failed to pay, lost their properties. His property company, Mira, grew big as well. At the height of his power in 2007, Sudhir did the unthinkable. He got government to invest about $10 million in his Speak Resort Munyonyo, where the state became a minority shareholder ahead of the Chogam event without Parliament's involvement. The government can only invest and enter into a business venture under a specific act of Parliament. The current investing vehicle that could probably have been used is the Uganda Development Corporation. So strange was the Munyonyo deal that some senior ministers, including Sam Kutesa of Foreign Affairs and John Nasasira of Works then, were arraigned in court on criminal charges. But the mighty and smart Sudhir was not arraigned. Between then and 2014, Sudhir made some eyebrow-raising accusations, including the Mulago Doctors' Village that was being temporarily occupied by the Chieftaincy of Military Intelligence, CMI, and at one time it was feared that he had been allocated the National Agriculture Research Center of Namulonge land. It is such daring accusations that made people speculate that maybe Sudhir was just a frontman for a powerful group in government. It was therefore shocking but not surprising when last year on October 20th, Bank of Uganda seized Crane Bank, took over its operations and sold its branches to DFCU Bank. Because DFCU did not take the liabilities, Bank of Uganda now has to recover over 400 billion shillings. It is accusing Sudhir of having irregularly siphoned out of the Crane Bank. The country is now faced with the biggest financial case ever witnessed. Bank of Uganda, on behalf of Crane Bank, has already taken Sudhir to the Commercial Division of the High Court, demanding that he refunds the 400 billion shillings, returns nearly 50 deeds, and also pay a colossal over 50 billion shillings to NSSF that he deducted from the workers but never remitted. There are many lessons Ugandans are set to learn from the Crane Bank scandal. First is the over-reliance on rumors, for it now appears Sudhir was a lone operator, as a forensic audit has shown that he owned 100% of Crane Bank and was not anybody's front. This means that his collaborators and government were just working for him on a case-by-case basis. Ugandans are also said to understand the distinction between criminal and civil law. While many would have expected Sudhir to be thrown behind bars, the Bank of Uganda has prudently chosen the civil path so it can recover as much of the money as possible. Also, media houses may be more careful from now before they raise people onto a pedestal and baptizing them grand titles like property mogul, astute businessman, and so on.